Ah, the sights and sounds of the Arkansas-Oklahoma State Fair going on at K. Rogers Park. Old McDonald's farm, those big turkey legs, the giant corn on the cob, and of course, the Himalaya. That too means it's conference season for high school football teams. I'm Leland Barclay and I'm at the River Valley Democrat-Gazette offices in historic downtown Fort Smith. This is the River Valley Sports Report, brought to you by the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette and sponsored by Ashley Air. Let's look at the headlines for the first week of conference action. In the River Valley game of the week between Bryant and Northside, the headline in Saturday's Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette read, top-ranked Bryant bears down, defeats Northside. The game was tied at 7-7 and 14-14 before Bryant took a 17-14 lead at the half. Northside stopped Bryant on its first 3 drives of the second half with fumble recoveries by Davion Hinkle and Julius Thomas and forcing a punt. But the Grizzlies managed just 9 plays for 11 yards after those 3 stops. Northside also drove to Bryant's 1 in the fourth quarter but couldn't punch it in, and Bryant went on to a 35-17 win in the 7A Central opener. At halftime of the game at Northside on Friday, Arkansas signee Jersey Wolfenbarger received her state championship ring from this past season. Wolfenbarger wasn't available to attend the ceremony where the team received their rings because she was playing with the 19 and under USA basketball team, which won the gold medal. Another headline, Pointers halt Panthers, move to 4-0 on the season. In a game covered by Graham Thomas, Van Buren's defense stopped a 2-point try by Siloam Springs with 5 seconds left to preserve a 34-33 win in the 6A West opener. Bryce Perkins threw touchdown passes to Malachi Henry, Connor Brady, and Jacob Cavellas and ran for a touchdown for the Pointers. In another headline, Rogers blows past host Fort Smith Southside in a game covered by Walter Woody. Luke Wyatt returned a kickoff 99 yards for a touchdown, and Kent Carlisle caught a 22-yard touchdown pass from David Sorg, but it wasn't nearly enough for Southside in a 47-14 loss to Rogers in the 7A West opener. In another headline, in a game covered by Harold McIlvain, Charleston rolls by Greenland behind Scott's 4 TD passes. Charleston's defense limited Greenland to just 58 yards and 4 first downs in a 51-0 win in the 3A1 opener. Junior quarterback Brandon Scott completed 14 of 17 passes for 320 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also ran for a score. For his efforts, Scott is this week's River Valley Player of the Week. Scott threw touchdown passes to Brighton Ketter for 75 yards, to Reese Marichka for 36 yards, Sebastian Gaona for 11 yards, and Bryson Kendricks of 2 yards. Oh, and all of that was in the first half as Charleston cruised to a 44-0 lead. Another headline, Jointers big game leads Parkview. A story by Adam Cole in Friday's Democrat-Gazette recapped Parkview's 48-28 win over Greenwood at War Memorial Stadium in the 6A West opener on Thursday night. Parkview running back James Jointer ran for 269 yards and 5 touchdowns to lead the Patriots. That brings us to halftime of the River Valley Report. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsor, Ashley Air, with a look at this week's big games.
The Martins came over, we were having spaghetti when we suddenly noticed that we started getting sweaty as the temperature approached 90 degrees. My buddy said, man, you gotta call AshleyAir.com. When your air conditioner breaks, they're the one you want. AshleyAir.com. They're fast and they're good and they got it going on. The technician showed up the very same day. Got it fixed right and fast, he was on his way. When your air conditioner breaks, you know who to call. There's only one choice, AshleyAir.com.
Mentioned last week how much fun it's going to be to watch the 3A1 conference all season. For this week's River Valley Game of the Week on the first Friday night of October, I'll be heading to northern Crawford County where the Cedarville Pirates will host Player of the Week Brandon Scott and his Charleston Tigers. The winner will certainly have an inside track on the conference championship, but the conference season is long from over. Other games on Friday, Walter will be covering Little Rock Central at Northside, Harold will be covering Mountain Home at Greenwood, and Henry Apple will be covering Southside at Bentonville. Be sure and catch this week's River Valley Report and Thursday's Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, where I'll lead off with Hackett's new turf. Hackett is off to a 4-0 start after playing all of its games on the road in September. Friday, the Hornets will be at home to host Lavaca. In last week's 3A1 opener, Hackett quarterback Ethan Slavens threw for 522 yards and 6 touchdowns in a 68-47 win over Lincoln. Peyton Hester caught 12 passes for 121 yards and 3 of those touchdowns, ran for a score, and had an interception. Cole Ketchum had 6 receptions for 149 yards and a touchdown. Also on Thursday, be sure and look at the most comprehensive stats in the state. For recruiting news, you can follow Richard Davenport on Twitter at AR Recruiting Guy. Also follow Walter Woody at WF Woody and Harold McIlvain at H McIlvain 2. Be sure to catch all of the photos by the award-winning Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette photographers. They can be seen and purchased on our website at nwaonline.com/photo. So be sure to check those out online or in the digital edition of the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. If you are not a subscriber to the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, you can join our team by subscribing online at nwaonline.com and click the subscribe button, or by calling our customer service line at 479-684-5509. The Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette brings you the best high school sports coverage in the state. That's going to wrap up this week's River Valley Sports Report, sponsored by Ashley Air. We'll see you next week, and God bless you.